Hey everyone, welcome back to Pokemon Rejuvenation. Last time, we quickly explored the desert and the Abyssal Labyrinth and dealt with Bladestar at Almisa Urban before being kidnapped. And now we're going to be playing as Melia for just a short bit. So for context, Melia and Erin are still at the library, and they are still researching the books that Rune checked out. So let's get back into the story. Are you going to help me, or are you just going to stare off into space forever? Oh, yeah, sorry. I was a bit distracted. Yeah, I noticed. In fact, you've been like that ever since we got here. It's kind of pissing me off. Are you here to work or not? No, I am. I promise, It's just this place is... It's not even worth talking about right now. Let's just get back to what we were doing. I won't space out anymore. Excellent! You can start by telling me what you found out from the receptionist. Right. Rune checked those books out about a month ago. I asked her if she acted strange or anything. She didn't have an answer for me. Well, she did. But it went like, "Ma'am, I just work here so I can get money off my tuition." And then she sent me off. How polite of her. Anyway, there's something I wanted to check on, so I'm going upstairs to the lab. Okay, I'll be down here, reading. If anything interesting comes up, I'll call for you. Got it. Good luck, Erin. Okay. Time to go and check out the computer lab upstairs. The clerk earlier said my assigned computer was the one at the far left, by the window. Maybe I can find out what I'm looking for there. So we now have full control over Melia. And this is a little bit different than this situation that we had with Lavender. Whereas the situation with Lavender, we only had one major battle, and we didn't have access to Lavender's team. In the situation with Melia, we actually have full access to her team. So we can quickly check out each of her Pokemon, and of course they are all absolutely perfect. Perfect IVs. Very nice EV balances. So I would recommend that you go through and kind of familiarize yourself with them. Also, you can't actually give them items, you can't take items either. You used to be able to do this in the past. However, thankfully they changed it. The reason they changed it was because people would end up giving them some of their own items, and then they would kind of forget to take them off, and when this portion with Melia ends, they would kind of lose their items. Also, something I want to make note of is Meganium over here has the Meganium crest. So if you don't know what the Meganium crest actually does, it essentially acts as leftovers. It also gives something like 25% damage reduction, but I believe that's mainly for doubles. I'm not really too sure. You can also go into your bag and go into your TMs and teach these Pokemon different TMs if you have them. However, Melia probably has better moves on them than what we can teach. So anyways, we're gonna go run around and talk to people as Melia. Oh, don't mind me. I've just been sorting out some books. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm sure everyone appreciates it. Is there any chance you'd let me in? I wanted to visit the arena. Unfortunately, that's not possible. Sorry. I understand. I wonder how many books they have around cooking. I would like to master the technique of cooking Potafu. The books on the right side of the library have a wonderful selection of books dealing with the culinary arts. They're useful for beginners, like me. How thoughtful of you. I'll check them out whenever I get the chance. So this is actually a really cool situation because instead of normally you figure out someone's character in games from watching them in cutscenes and from just watching their actions, but this time we can kind of figure out her character a little bit more from just playing as her. And we also have some pretty cool battles coming up. So you're going to be battling a lot of trainers, and before and after she'll even have something to say to them too. I've seen you walk past here a couple of times. I want to see how you battle. Oh, sure thing. Let's do it. These battles are going to be pretty easy. Also, we can talk to the trainers afterwards. It's always interesting to see what Pokemon other people have. Agreed. It's nice to find someone who thinks similarly. So this girl over here won't battle us, but she'll talk to us. You could have talked to her earlier as your actual character, and she will basically tell you the same thing about the feud between Cassandra and Rodea about the usability of this library. Cassandra wanted this place to be used upon a monthly membership subscription. Rodea thought everyone should have the opportunity to learn. Cassandra was furious when she actually lost and this place became free. So she withdrew her affiliation with the library, which hurt business, but eventually this place was able to make up the difference. Never knew Cassandra was so greedy. It's a little disappointing to see the mayor of such a grand city like this act that way. But I guess it's political and businessy, so it's not that surprising. And over here we have our next trainer battle. I'm studying how to become a better trainer. Wanna help? I'll do my best. Guess I should train more Pokemon. 3 isn't nearly enough. You should take it slow. Sometimes a lot can become too much to handle. Consider taking your Pokemon to the daycare if things get too rough, okay? You got it. Thank you. So we still have a couple more battles, unfortunately. We have this guy over here. I'm going to live in the library until I turn into a book myself. I'd suggest not doing that. I can't be a book. I'm going to be a table. How about you don't do that? And then finally we have this guy all the way over here. He just screams at us. Keep it down. This is a library. Sorry, I won't yell anymore. You can yell, just not here. Why can't I yell? We battled just fine, and that was 10 times as loud. That's because... Okay, second to the last and by the window. Let's do this. Also, this hiker's gonna fight us as well. Hey, I'm here to learn about mountains. What about you? I'm here to learn about Nunya. What in the world is Nunya? Business. That was great. So aside from all these people up here who are mostly studying, there is this one really suspicious character all the way back here. Please don't talk to me right now. I'm waiting for someone. Okay, I'll leave you be then. So with all that said and done, we can finally do our research here on the PC. Time to find out what's logged in these databases. A library as grand as this one must have something interesting. First, let's see what they have on Madam X. And enter. A lot of weird options here, but they do have an article on Madam X. Let's see what they got. Leader of the criminal organization of Team Zen. Her whereabouts and goals are often speculated but not confirmed. Any further info on these is scarce. Madam X is still at large. Scarce is right. They have nothing about her here. Is there really no information about her anywhere? This is a waste of time. Let's try this again. I might be crazy for trying this, but... crossing my fingers. Huh? Only one entry? It's really surprising considering the word interceptor isn't really that rare. Huh? That's weird. What's with this icon at the end of the results tab? It sort of looks like... And just what are you doing? Oh, honestly, there's no need to scream so loudly. And there's no reason to sneak up on people either. I've been standing here for at least 5 minutes. What do you want? I've been thinking about you for the past 10 minutes. I've come to the conclusion that you and I would make the most efficient power couple this entire region has ever seen. Not romantically, of course. Money is always first. Business partners, if you will. Join me and help me dominate this world with our incredible amount of partnership and money. No. Well, it was worth a try. I must say that you are turning down quite the opportunity, though. I always try to give the poor a chance, but you're never willing to take. It's that disgusting pride they all have. It's holding them back. That's pretty ironic, coming from you. Wait a minute, I recognize you now. You're the one that got my friends kicked out of this place. Oh, I see, and Huey. You're not worth the time and energy to fuss over. They'll come crawling back as if nothing ever happened. It's a common trait between bugs like them. Don't you dare talk about my friends like that. Yes, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just what are you doing on this computer? Let me see. Hey, that's none of your business. Just who the hell do you think you are? Oh my. Trying to get into a restricted article, I see. Trying to get kicked out yourself? You're doing this all wrong. Here, this is how you do things. I'll log into my account so that you can access the article. Wait, what? I said I'm logging you into my account so you can view the article. There. Everything's finalized. Read to your heart's content. It really is unlocked. Ah, yes. That's what I said I was doing. Can't you listen? I just don't understand why you would help me out. There are 4 things I value in this world. Money, my family name, my company, and intellect. When I found you, it looked like you were actually trying to learn something. That's far from what other people can say when they walk in here. All they want to do is pass some exam and forget all that info. But you're different. Learning actually matters to you. You could say that trait of yours captivated me. So learn. Do whatever you must. Hey. What is it? You're a genuine asshole. But thanks. No problem at all. What was your name again? It's Melia. Right, Melia. I shall not forget it. What on earth is this feeling in my stomach? I feel weird. Is it because I helped someone out? Oh dear. Lucille, this is Thomas. Schedule a doctor's appointment immediately. I feel like there's something very wrong with me. A mess? That's what he is. Anyway. There's no way. This is true? What is going on here? I have to go tell Erin what I found. And indeed we shall. Erin, there's something I have to tell you. Huh? Isn't that the same box from the theater? It's the same type of box, but it's not the exact same one from before. Some SPU delivery man dropped it off here. It's for both of us, apparently. What's inside of it? Nothing but a note and 2 medallions. As for the note, it says, "Find the one with the truth somewhere in the library." We have to find someone? Apparently so. They probably know what's up with this box business. This is weird, but I guess I'll look for someone. Melia, you said you had something to tell me? Ah, thank you for reminding me. While I was upstairs, I was researching something somewhat unrelated. Have you heard of the Interceptor? I can't say I have. Why? Back in the alternate timeline, Madam X called Icy the Interceptor. She wouldn't tell me what she meant, and Icy wouldn't say anything either. So I decided to take things into my own hands and do some research. What I found was quite shocking, actually. Can you stop talking like a clickbaity news site and just tell me? Right. Well, the term interceptor in this context comes from Barufian culture. The interceptor is someone who intercepts the phenomenon known as fate's passage. Fate's passage. I've read about that before. It's the belief that everything in this world belongs to an already written destiny. Everything we do was already predestined. Correct, but the interceptor is one who lives outside that law. The one that intercepts fate's passage. That's not all. According to the page I read, the Interceptor is usually called upon by the universe when this world is in immense danger. When this happens, the being is brought in to act as the judge of this world. They're seen sort of as a last-ditch effort. The Interceptor has the ability to send the world into peace or destruction, all up to the mercy of them. The page also explained that there are usually weird phenomena surrounding the Interceptor. Sometimes they know things when they shouldn't. They appear and disappear as if they were just an apparition. When I read that, it reminded me of something that happened at Valor Mountain. Icy was thrown into a pit of lava. There's no way they could have survived it. But then, out of nowhere, Icy appeared as if nothing happened. And then again, in the alternate timeline, Icy took the full blast of Melanie's attack. It should have obliterated them. They appeared moments later without a single scratch. That also reminds me of something Alita told me. She said when Icy was with her in Kartos Mountain, they vanished. She couldn't find them no matter how hard she looked, but then one day, they just up and appeared. I'm sorry. There's a lot I have to think about. Go ahead and find the individual spoken about on the note. Will do. Melia, one last thing. Yes, what is it? Do you trust Icy? With all my heart. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't be here right now. I see. Carry on. And with that, we'll be left to find the suspicious person that we need to talk to. Or we could just annoy Erin. There's a lot to think about. I'll need some time to myself. If we annoyed her earlier, before this cutscene, she would have actually talked to us about a paper cut. Anyways, all the way up here, and talk to this guy over here in this corner. You happen to be the individual who knows the truth. Are you the one the Puppet Master told me about? You know about the Puppet Master? Then that means... defeat me in battle, and you'll find out the truth. So this guy has a few more Pokemon than the rest of the trainers inside here, but he's still pretty easy, so I'm not going to show this off. I'm ready. Let's do this. Again, that battle should not be a problem. He does start off with a really annoying set. He has this Gothitelle. Obviously, Gothitelle has Shadow Tag, and it has Thunder Wave, and it has Captivate. So it's basically trying to annoy the hell out of you by making sure that you can't move. But then again, he also has a Sun Florges, so... thank goodness, I can go home now! Anyway, here's the truth. Bring the Nightmare Medallions to this library at midnight tonight. Bring the medallions to the library at midnight tonight? But why? I don't know. Good luck doing that. The library's closing tonight for some weird reason. We'll think of something. Thanks. So that's neat. And on our way all the way down here, as we go to meet Erin, this clerk is actually going to stop us. Excuse me. Could you come here for a second? I'm very sorry for bothering you, but are you friends with Erin? Oh yeah, I am. We're here working together on something. Phew, that's a relief. Erin's finally found a friend. Am I missing something? Erin's been sort of a regular guest here at the museum. Every day she'd walk in here, go up those stairs and read. Alone. It was really strange to me at the time. I asked myself, doesn't she have any friends? So one day I went and asked her if everything was okay. At first she tried to shoo me off, but I'm a persistent gal. Eventually she became annoyed to the point where she opened herself up to me. It turns out, Erin's peers bullied her to the point of depression. Hey, Erin! Are you so smart? Only nerds are that smart. Who dresses you? Your mother? Careful, Monica. I heard Erin doesn't have a mom. I heard she doesn't have a dad either. Can you believe that? What a loser. Hey, Erin, where you going? Don't leave without us. Chase her. Oh, Erin, stop crying. It was only a joke. What would your mom say if she saw you like this? Your dad would probably off himself before admitting you were his daughter. Oh, look. It's Erin. How many rocks can her big head take before it cracks open like an egg? Let's find out. Ostracized from people, she turned to books. This place was a safe haven for her. I knew Erin seemed sort of introverted, but I never would have thought it was the result of bullying. She always has this hardened attitude, filled to the brink of confidence. In that regard, I was jealous of her. Sometimes, all that can be a show. Or perhaps that's just what her past turned herself into. But I'm glad she found someone as nice as you. Thank you for telling me all this. No problem. Please look after her. I will. Erin. Erin. Give me a moment. I'm writing down my thoughts in my notebook. Alright, what's up? Why are you looking at me like that? It's nothing. I just wanted to tell you that I found the truth about that box. Excellent. Before that, can I ask you a question? You know what? I'm going to ask anyway. When we traveled through time, that was the past, correct? Yeah, I'm positive about that. Why are you sure about that? Is it because Spacia and Tiempia told you it was? I mean, yeah, but the whole thing with Sheerden and Vivian... I see. If that's the case, then things are starting to fall into place. You figured something out. I think I figured something out for a while now. I just needed a bit more info before I could confirm it for myself. Of course, nothing's really confirmed. It's mostly just conjecture, but... What is it then? Tell me! Not a chance. I'm not going to say a thing until I'm 100% sure it's correct. Besides, if I just told you what I thought, you'd just blindly follow what I said. Get your own theory before looking at mine. I'm assuming all your thoughts are in that notebook. You've assumed correctly, but don't even think about looking. I'll be taking that. Now, about that truth you mentioned before. We have to come back here with those 2 nightmare medallions at midnight. Midnight, huh? Alright, guess we gotta be here at that time then. But how? I heard the library is closing tonight. What? This library is usually open 24/7. That's weirdly inconvenient. Whatever. We'll just hide here till everyone leaves. Where are we going to hide? Leave that to me. See, wasn't that easy? The people here don't really care. They nonchalantly check if everything's turned off and then leave. How do you know so much about the library, Erin? Let's just say this place used to be my second home. You learn a few things when you're here all the time. It's just about midnight, and we have the medallion, so guess we should take a look around. Gotcha. I'm right behind you. Huh. I think this is the reason why we're supposed to be here at night. Well, let's go. You want me to step on that thing? Yes, that's the whole damn point. Now let's go. Okay. Where are we? Not the library, clearly. It's a whole lot of nothing. Nothing to the right, to the left. It's possible we could have fallen into some other dimension. I don't think it's another rift, but it's giving me sort of the same vibe. If the truth turns out to be a whole lot of nothing, I'm going to be upset. Erin, what is that? You're asking me? I have no idea. Erin, don't do anything silly. Just run. Where are we running to? Does it look like I know? Just keep doing it. I don't think we're moving anywhere. Yeah, we're not. Wait, now we are. Run as fast as you can. I can see a light. Let's head towards that. We were heading in that direction anyway, you dolt. Just a bit farther. Come on. What just happened? I didn't dream all of that, right? We certainly didn't dream that, I think. But now we're in the restricted section of the library. Right, we were running from that thing and now... Yep, and now we're not. Didn't that scare you? Why are you acting so calm? Eh, I've dealt with worse before. It was child's play. I see. Melia, take a look at this. It's another package from the Puppet Master. Let's take a look. Erin, I'm not so sure we should be messing with these things anymore. Just look at what happened. That stuff isn't normal at all. So, we haven't been doing normal things for ages now. Why stop here when we're on a huge lead? Good point. Huh. Talk about a huge lead. What's inside? There's a note and 2 tickets to the Grand Dream Ball. The note says, "The real truth shall be made known during the climax of the Grand Dream Ball." What's the Grand Dream Ball? You know how GDC is doing its Dream Festival? Well, it's a small dinner that a lot of higher officials get to attend. It's super formal. Everyone has to show up in formal wear and everything. Well, if we're going, I'm going to need to shop for formal wear. Nonsense. I have something you can wear at home. Only thing is, it takes place immediately after our matches at the tournament. We're going to have to book it if we want to make it on time. It'll be a tight fit, but maybe we could fly out they're unhappy? That's fine with me. Or maybe you could go all golden and teleport us there. I clearly know that's a joke, but it's frustrating to think about. I've tried activating that light multiple times. I thought I could maybe bring back Phenom with it, but it just won't come to me willingly. It usually only happens when I'm in a dire situation. That's useless. Yeah. Oh, it looks like there's one last thing in the box. It's actually for you, Melia. For me? Yep, this file. It says Project Rapture on it. Does that name ring any bells? I can't say it does. Let's check it out. Let's see here. Project Rapture. Melia, are you doing okay? You're trembling. Can't be true. It has to be a lie. I refuse to believe this. Hey, relax. If you yell, you might get us caught. Give me the file. I want to take a look at it. Thank you. Project Rapture. Confidentiality, rank S. This project is ranked S in confidentiality. All info included in this file should not be disclosed to any storm chaser besides Jinner and Karina. Project Rapture is the process of deceiving Melia into joining the storm chasers. Professor Jinner shall be given the snag machine by redacted. He is then to notify Team Zen of Melia's presence at Goldenwood Forest. When this happens, Melia is to escape Goldenwood Forest and return to East Gearn Laboratory. Professor Jinner would then send Melia to Route 2, where Spacia and Tiempia would appear before her. They will give her the offer. Reina's position is to distract any companions of Melia. Anyone who decides to aid her shall be thrown off the main path. We have entrusted the TM Rock Smash to her for this very reason. Project Rapture, confidentiality, rank S. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the Storm Chasers is the name of the group you were a part of in the past, right? That's correct. I see, which means that this file... The file is about me. It's about the event that started all of this. Team Z did plan to pick me up when I turned a certain age, but it looks like Spacia and Tiempia took this opportunity to manipulate me. They somehow found out about Team Zen's plan and flipped it on its head. Pushed me into a corner where saying no wasn't an option. They made it look like I had no choice. But I didn't. It was all a game to them. Looks like my dad was in on this as well. But read the last few lines. The following info should not be disclosed to Professor Jinner. After the project is complete, eradication of Project Jinner's status shall proceed. More info shall be noted in the file Project Eradication. So, they were just using him to get closer to you. Once this plan was complete, they planned on getting rid of him. And in Spacia and Tiempia's eyes, that can only mean death. He knew too much. I bet they were happy when they found out Crescent already took care of him. And then Karina, someone who I thought was my friend. She was in on it too. She even knew they were going to kill my dad, but she went through with it anyway. What is this information doing here? How could the puppet master get his hands on something like this? How many more lies have I been fed? All this time, everything I've done was exactly what Spacia and Tiampia wanted. They played me. I hate them. Let's calm down, Melia. I understand your frustration and anger. But you already cut ties with them, right? I wonder if this is why Crescent went rogue. Did she find something out she wasn't supposed to? Did they plan to get rid of her at some point? Let's not jump to conclusions. We can do that once we gather our thoughts. For now, we're done here. Let's get out before we're caught. You're right. Getting angry over this is dumb. But before we go, can we visit just one more place? Seriously? Where? I want to visit the arena they have here. Fine. Let's make it quick. I think we've already overstayed our welcome as is. So you heard her. All the way over here to the arena. Well, we're here. There's nothing really special about this place. Why'd you want to visit this place? This place was supposed to be my gym. This place? I never took you to be the studious type. This place was reconfigured for Lavender's taste. But if that day never happened, this is where I would have been a gym leader. Do you know what my dad said to me when I got accepted into the league? He said that he would be my first opponent. We were so excited. It was his idea that I join the league. He said it would open up so many opportunities. But then we all got mixed up in Team Zen, and apparently he was also a storm chaser. He got caught up in both and died for it. I'll never know his reasons for doing what he did. But there's one thing I know for sure. He died trying to do the right thing. He tried to help us out when he was in the worst possible position. He put us before himself, and for that I will be eternally grateful. My one regret about all this is I didn't even give him a chance to explain. I was so blinded by rage. I was arrogant and stupid. I thought of everything in a black and white perspective. You're either with me or against me. What a damn joke. What was I thinking? I made the biggest mistake of my life, and now I can't take it back. And isn't that the beauty of life itself? What? Mistakes build us into better people. If you never made a mistake, you wouldn't grow. Some mistakes are bigger than others, yes, but there's no use in feeling bad for yourself. What's done is done. The best thing we can do as people is to try to be better because of that. Besides, we both read that file, right? There was something in there that didn't add up. There was? I don't remember reading about making you a gym leader. You said that was his idea. Yeah, what about it? Well, if he was so loyal to that Project Rapture bullshit, then why would he go out of his way to do that? Again, this is conjecture, but I believe he had his own plan in store for you. He wanted to make you strong, so that you could follow your own destiny. So that you wouldn't fall into the clutches of Team Zen, or Spacia and Tiempia. I see. Thank you so much for bringing that to light. I understand now. And listen, I'm not your dad, but if you want, I could be your first opponent. If that makes you feel better, that is. Erin, but I'm not a gym leader, I don't... So? Haven't you ever played pretend? I mean honestly now. I'm ready, whenever you are. Erin. Okay, I accept your challenge. Then let's start already. This cutscene is just way too precious. If it doesn't tug your heartstrings, I'm not sure if you have any. So we actually are going to be taking this battle a little bit seriously, so I'm going to reorganize my team. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to deal with this. Actually, you know what? Snorlax is a beast. He can stay up front. Is it a he? Okay, it's a he. So I'm going to save just to make sure that if I do lose, I can reset. And we're going to move into position. Now listen, I'm not a trainer. Don't expect some impressive fight on my part. All that matters is that you're here willing to do this. That's all I could ask for. Yeah, on guard and all that. Alright, so again, this battle could be really tricky because it's technically not your team. But we've had plenty of time to familiarize ourselves with Melia's team. Also, I will be going over Erin's team as well. Starting with this Butterfree, as the Focus Sash has Sleep Powder, Quiver Dance, Bug Buzz, and Air Slash, Compound Eyes for an ability. It's a Quiver Dance set. It's going to be really annoying. So I'm going to be really annoying back. It usually goes for Quiver Dance immediately. And I could go for Fire Punch and try to knock it out in 2 shots, but usually what happens is it sleeps me on the second turn, and then I'm just really annoyed because I either wake up the first turn or I don't. Snorlax is incredibly bulky, special defensively. However, if you're asleep for like 3 turns, the Butterfree might take you out anyways. Next up is going to be Zangoose, and this is one of the big problems. So I'm going to go ahead and use Serenity for this. So the Zangoose has the Toxic Orb item, but it also has the ability Immunity. It doesn't make sense. It's mainly because they were just trying to keep this somewhat difficult for the normal mode. On Intense mode, this actually has the Toxic Boost ability, and it's an absolute beast. As their moves, Return, Close Combat, Quick Attack, and Night Slash. I'm going to set up a Reflect and hopefully just drain the Zangoose very slowly. So again, we're going to see that Meganium Crest in action right there. We basically have leftovers and a little bit of damage reduction. So I'm going to Synthesis up, pretty much back to full HP, and then just slowly drain the Zangoose. Almost any of my other teammates, or team members, would just get wrecked. So one more Giga Drain and it's down. And next up is going to be Swanna. Swanna is another problem, unfortunately. But Snorlax can handle that. So this Swanna is going to be holding the wide lens, which increases its accuracy, has hydration for an ability which is absolutely worthless, has Hurricane, Surf, Ice Beam, and Roost. I'm going to put it to sleep with Yawn again, and hopefully I don't get confused. And then I'm going to use Body Slam. I could use Crunch and hope for some defense drops as well. Of course, I became confused. And we actually got the paralysis. So that kind of works out. Alright, not bad. Snorlax put in work. Next up is going to be Abomasnow, and I don't know if I should really be staying in on that. This Abomasnow is troublesome. We don't actually have anything that's strong enough to wipe out this Abomasnow in one shot, so it's gonna take something down with it. Because it has super effective coverage on every single member here. So it's holding the Occa Berry, which reduces the damage taken from super effective fire type attacks. This is the only reason why we can't just smack it with a flamethrower and say goodbye to it, unfortunately. Of course it has Snow Warning, as Blizzard, Energy Ball, Focus Blast, and Shadow Ball, so it hits everybody on this team super effectively. Well, I guess everybody except for this guy, but he's very, very frail. Or, no, he's actually weak to Focus Blast. Never mind. So anyways, I'm going to try to Air Slash flinch this Abomasnow. There's a good chance of it. Or just knock it out. That's fine. And next up is going to be Absol. I'm not going to take any chances with this Absol. I'm going to send in Mimikyu right here. This Absol is made to claim something on your team. This Absol has the Scope Lens, and it has Super Luck for an ability. So you combine those two, and its two moves in Night Slash and Stone Edge are guaranteed to critical hit. Play Rough and Sucker Punch also have very, very high chances of critical hitting as well. So I'm going to take that and Play Rough it, get this out of here. Thank you and goodbye. And finally, she's going to send in Florges. Florges is an absolute monster as well. So I'll start off by sending in Zoroark. Disguise his Mimikyu. And I'm gonna go straight for the Sludge Bomb. Hopefully I can get a paralysis going, or a poison going, right before she sets up Misty Terrain. So this Florges is really bulky, as Leftovers, as Flower Veil, which doesn't matter, as Moonblast, Wish, Misty Terrain, and Protect. So that's terrifying, honestly. Once it sets up the Misty Terrain, you cannot status this thing. So thankfully she chose to knock out my Zoroark immediately, and she did not use Wish. If she uses Wish on this Misty Terrain, that will restore about 75% of her HP as well. Thankfully we got the poison, which negated her Leftovers, and we got 2 hits in, so we can finish this with a Flash Cannon. So that is going to be Candid Girl Erin. That was the expected outcome, but I had fun. You see her there, she's trying not to smile. What's important is that we had fun. Isn't that what people say after they lose or something? It sure is. I don't think battling will ever be for me, but I will admit that I did have some fun in that fight. Thanks. Erin? I don't really have many opportunities to feel this way. So whenever I do, I don't know how to act. I don't understand. I've never had real friends. I never had real parents. Never had a real life of my own. I just did the same routine over and over. But all of that changed when Alita appeared. Suddenly, it feels like I'm finally a part of something. Something that gives my life some sort of worth and meaning. I just wanted to say that I appreciate you all. You, Yui, Lavender, Venom, Icy, Alita, Cannon, everyone that's been with me so far. Thank you all for breaking me out of my own prison. We'd be there to break you out no matter what. Because now you're a part of our group, our family. We have to look after each other. Because when we're out there fighting evil, there won't be anyone but us. Yeah, you're right. Thank you, Melia. And here we are, sometime after Alamisa Urban. You would do well not to speak out of line. Rin? Where are we? Aren't we in that wrecked city? I'm not exactly sure. It was a bright white light and then... Do not ignore me. State your name and your business here in Avium. Jeez, you want my social security too? I gotta keep some secrets. Speak out of line once more, and I shall cut off your head. Listen, there's no need to be so violent. I'm just as confused as you. You happen to know where we are. We were just in Alamisa Urban. Alamisa Urban. I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about. But I'm the one asking the questions here. Mizuki? What's going on? Lady Anju, please excuse me. I was just taking care of the anomaly I mentioned. You mean the ones that fell from the sky? Do my eyes deceive me? Is that Icy back there? What? You know Icy? Wait. You're friends with Lady Anju. Please pardon my transgressions. I did not know they were friends with Lady Anju. Lady Anju, I'm not fit to be your protector. With the order, I shall take my own life. Wait, there is no need to do something like that. Agreed, there's no need to be so formal, Hazuki. You're a protector of Avium just like myself. You don't have to protect me. But it is my duty. Understand. I shall do better next time. That aside, I see. What are you doing here? I thought you returned to your own time. Returned to their own time? Wait. You don't mean that we've somehow traveled backwards in time? Oh, I see. Well, let me explain. So... okay, what? What are we doing in the past? My head is hurting. It must have been that bright light we saw. After that, everything went blank for a few moments, and then we woke up here. Oh dear, this sounds very troublesome. If I'm understanding correctly, you all haven't come here out of your own choice? No. No way. I see. Well, that's a problem. I would take you back to Quiver City, but... That was an earthquake! Why was it so strong? I see. Things haven't been going so well here. It began with small weather abnormalities, but now it's turned into periodic tremors. Some of them have been so strong that the ground has opened up. I was escorting Lady Anju to Hiyoshi City, but we were interrupted by a large magnitude and a great white flash. When we came around, a rock slide from Mount Valor blocked off the way back to Quiver City. So unfortunately, going back is no longer an option. However, I believe there may be someone who can get you back to your own time in... well, no time. Lady Anju, you don't mean... Yes, we shall bring them to Lady Namira. If anyone would know what to do, it would be her. Come now, everyone. Hiyoshi City isn't far from here. Hazuki, let's go. Of course, Lady Anju. Let me lead the way. So, are we just gonna follow them? What else are we gonna do? Stay here? I trust them. They seem like nice people. It's not like we have anything else we can do. I don't like that girl with the sword. She's mean. She was just doing her job. You're the one who tried to be smart to someone holding a weapon. Not one of my brightest ideas, I admit. Well, if we're gonna follow them, we probably should get going. Yep, lead the way. And with all that taken care of, I think we're gonna call it for this episode. So we dealt with Melia's scene in the Blakery Avium. Almost called it a library again. And we also dealt with getting teleported all the way back to the past once again, this time with a whole different crew of people. So thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed, hope it helped, and I will catch you all on the next one. Peace.